couple weeks?
Definitely, I feel like as a unit we've grown in terms of our fundamentals and technique. Definitely with a lot of help from Coach Danzy. Personally, I feel like I've grown in pass protection. I know last year that was kind of my Achilles heel, but this year I feel like I'm going to be a lot stronger in that. Run game, just improving, fundamentals, techniques, those things that you're going to fall back on during the season in tough situations. So.
Matt, last year you guys, with COVID and everything, the way things were going on, it was really hard for you guys as a unit to kind of get a lot done together. Can you talk a little bit just about how much better this has all been for you guys this year in regards to getting work done, and share with me, if you could, anything that made last year that difficult?
I feel like it's been a great time being able to not be in the cohorts. Last year, yeah, had to separate us due to COVID restrictions and everything. But now that guys are able to be together in the team room, and the O-line is coming together, forming that bond and everything, because we're able to be together and talk and be able to communicate. After practice and stuff about, I messed up this play. I'm saying, let me go talk to this person. And COVID not being a way of having that face-to-face interaction. So yeah, it's definitely been great.
All right, so Kevin.
I guess you talked about it a little bit there, but in particular, I think Coach Sheridan said yesterday that there's not a position group in his mind where it's more important for kind of everybody in the group to be thinking with one mind, seeing with one pair of eyes, etc. Just how much better do you think from a communication standpoint, from just sort of a collective, sort of mindset standpoint, you guys are, because you're not so broken up, because you're not so worried about the cohorts and things like that?
It's been tremendous. It's been a tremendous focus, specifically for the O-line, to be able to communicate and be able to talk with each other on a consistent basis about during plays and so off when we get off the field. It's been really great in terms of being able to make calls and stuff, and be able to communicate our mistakes, be able to correct those mistakes and come out on the next down and be able to, make great things happen as an offensive line. So.
Hey, Kevin and Dustin.
Hey, Matt. I'm working on a story on the Guardian Caps. I'm just curious about your thoughts on how they feel, and I know they're kind of designed to, mitigate collisions and so forth. What are your thoughts about having that kind of extra layer of protection?
I feel great about it. Be able to keep the head safe. No concussions. I know last year we were hit a lot, hit hard with concussions last year, and 9-day difference from last. I wouldn't call it fall camp last year, but the OTAs basically versus this year. Nobody's really getting any concussions or anything. It's taking a load off of the head, so I'm not complaining about it at all.
Some guys say they're a little hot, or they don't affect, I guess, vision at all. Or are there any drawbacks to it, or are they? How do you feel about wearing them?
I haven't had any problems with them at all, quite frankly. So I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for me, I feel safe with it. I'm during play, I'm not having it's come off my head or anything. I feel like my head's not hurting or anything like that. So I feel like it's doing its job.
Dustin.
Matt, at the beginning there, you talked about pass protection being your Achilles heel and having worked on that. If you could elaborate on that a little bit, where are you better? What are some maybe specific technical areas that you tried to get better in that regard, and how have you improved since last season in that?
All right, so working with Coach Hiller tremendously during individual periods and stuff, working on his 3 points are set, punch, play basketball. And last year, a lot of times my set would be great, but my punch would be off. And then, playing with leverage, playing with balance, and working with our new GA, Coach Danzy, and with those things of being in balance and my punch, being more accurate with my punch, actually piercing the defensive lineman and stopping the first move. Things like that, making my pass protection a lot better.
Tyler?
Hey man, I hope you're doing well. This being your third year starting now, I guess. What do you feel like kind of just the biggest takeaways have been for you over just the first couple of years of your career that you can take into this season?
Just trusting the process, knowing that everything happens for a reason, and that trusting my coaching, and that everything that you do in practice, in the game time, you're going to fall back to. So during practice, you need to have great habits, have great intention in what you're doing during the individual period. It's not time off. It's not a rest. It's for you to sharpen yourself for practice, and then once you get into practice, executing your job and doing what you're supposed to do. So I feel like that's where I've.
All right, thanks, Matt.
All right, thank you guys.